Okay, the next step. I am gonna add my pages inside, just because this is ready, and then the final we can still do that. So yeah, just grab it, see where the tunnel is, search for that, first check if it fits. And when we're gonna add this inside, that is why I kept this 1/8 away, is because I wanna keep 2 to 3 millimeters away from the fold line. So not too close, guys, stay away, at least 2 millimeters away. All right, so I'm just gonna peel off the front tape first. I also like to add some extra glue, not too close to the second layers of tape. We don't want to have too much glue coming under. Then you're gonna grab back, hold this a little open, move that over till you are straight with the 2 millimeters away, and then you're just gonna push it down. Flip it over. Now you're gonna lift this up. Now this is difficult, but just take your time. So lift this up and just go under with every tool that you have that will fit under, so you can peel off your tape that's under here. If it's needed to grab a pin set, then use anything that you can find to help you with losing this tape. I'm gonna grab my glue. It's not coming that precise, but if you can add a little glue extra, then that's perfect. All right, then you're just gonna push everything down. Just take your time for this. You definitely want the glue and the tape sticking in your tunnel. Yes! Alright. And then we go to the next page. See how nice flat this lays. Our next page is this one. Let's see. Let's close this down. Okay. Oh yeah, this was in here. Well, we can leave it out for now. Alright, yeah, same thing. Search for your opening. First check if it fits. And if it does, you can peel it off. Yeah, 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 yeah. And so on and so on. You can do this. Add some glue on. Here we go. Here we go till the 2 millimeter away. Push it down. Open this up, and again open this up and try to find the tape. First one is always easy peasy. The next one is sometimes difficult, as you just saw me with the first page. This one is pretty a thin page, so this is easy to put it down, but the other ones are a little difficult because it's bulky. Yes, okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, that was this one. Again, find your opening. See if it fits. Of course it fits, but you better can check it. Here we go. I'm thinking now on the goodbyes on the airport. Oh, we land in Holland, and of course we were all on the airplane, but all separated. And then we needed to wait for our luggage, and then was the time to actually finally say goodbye to everybody. That was so emotional. We had such a nice group, and for me, being our first group holiday, yeah, it was just amazing. Like, oh my gosh, is it all the times? And so much people say that definitely not. Not always. Sometimes it's just everybody taking their bags and just leaving by. But this group was very special. Very special. We all hugged each other and say goodbye, and some of us even gave our numbers or our addresses. So cool. Yeah, we like it. So I hope someday to see certain persons who was there with us. Alright, and here is our first page. And I must say, I'm not a hugging person. I'm definitely not. So I saw everybody hugging each other, like, oh my gosh, do I need to do that as well? Oh my gosh, I hate that. But yeah, of course, you just do what everybody does. You don't want to be rude, so if someone's hugging you, then you do that back. So cool. Here we go, tilde 2. Turn it over. The last one is mostly pretty tricky because this one is getting thicker, but just take your time, guys. Just take your time. Don't force anything. Don't pull too hard. Just take your time. And then push it firmly, and then you just let it dry. Don't go into all the pages just yet. Let it dry first. That is why I'm now gonna do this, and then I'm gonna work on the first page, because then this can dry. Here we go. Let it set down. Look how nice and flat this looks. Amazing. Alright, so now we have our last page, and it's gonna be a big one, so I'm just gonna use the full page now to see how far this can go, and it's only be a tiny bit smaller. So that is what we're gonna work on. I'll leave this. I'm gonna cut this down. Oh, can I do that with this one? Just a tiny bit off. I can if I put something on it, then there will be no pressure. There we are. Yes, and this side I want as well, just a tiny little bit smaller. Alright, this is my base. A smaller A4. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay guys, I have a vision. Oh, I have a vision. Yeah. How about, we're definitely going to make a closure, because we did that on the other, in our first page. We are going to make a closure right here. That's a thing for later. I want to have something with booklets, with notebooks. I want to make this page flippable, but also taking out. So, how can we do that and still have a nice closure? Still have it all set and packed. We're going to start with a page. Just a nice pickable page. Let's cut this down. Let's make a fold line, and I think we need some thickness, so I will go for a let's check. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 3/4 because we can use, no, just a 1/2 inch will do. Nope, we're gonna do a 3/4. A 3/4, and I definitely want to have some space, but I still think that a 1/4 is too much, so I will go again for the in-between. So that's an in-between, not a 1/8, but a little larger, So it's almost a 1/4, but just not yet completely. If that makes sense to you. Alright, fold this. Add some tape on. Alright, that's the base. How large do we want this? Then we need to fold this completely flat. Place this on your left, and then we have this left, and I think I will leave it here. So I'm just gonna put this on, peel down a little piece, glue this on, make it nice and straight. There we go. Alright, so we have that space. Okay, cool. We can do right away our closure, not particularly needed, but it's easier when it is already on. This is not, just checking if I have something that fits here, and I do want the 160 gram for the sturdiness. It's all, nope. Alright, just gonna grab a new page, no worries, we still can use it. Alright, same thing with this one, cut the same size, well, I'm just gonna cut the full size. And let's say I'm gonna cut first a 4 inch. Let's cut this a little shorter. Check, check, check. I cut this too short. Why? Why is that? Well, let me first cut this 4 inch. Why I cut too much. Here we go. All right, let's make the same 3/4 and a small 1/4 extra. Okay, let's do that. Fold it around. This is the time that you want to decide if you want to have any nice edges. You know I love the edges. Let's see, I did not do anything on the first page, so that's perfect. Hi, hallo. Wat komen jullie mij vertellen? What do you want? All three are here with me. Telling me something, I don't know. Moet je buiten? I think so. Wait just a sec. Let's see what we can use here. Alright, first of all, every time we need to know what the middle is. That's one thing for sure. Alright, this is the middle. Let's see. Put this on, even if you not knowing if you want to do this. I'm first going to check if this is straight. That's one thing that I need to know. Otherwise it looks ugly. Yeah, it's straight. Alright. Okay, now I can start. Okay, using this. And then I think at the end I will use this corner. That makes sense to you? And then I think that we have a wonderful thing to cut out. What paper do we want? Well, what I have on the first page, I have purple and blue. Then I think I will go with, let's see, first what I have left, guys. Purple. I still want to have some blue. This will do. What else do we have? Oh, here we have a nice blue one. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, let's see how much we need. And we do need front and back, but let me first cut this one. With the black edges, of course. Alright, do you want the same for the back? I actually don't want that. Oh, this one is nice, but it's obvious. I do like this on the back. Alright, so let's do this. Let's cut this the same. Alright, so I want this at the front, and then this is gonna flip this direction, so I definitely want this right here. So meaning that this is the correct way to cut this. Check, check, check. Yep. Alright, put this on, cut it out. And then you are good to go. Alright, Back in a second. If you are not able to cut this, then just move it away and move it back. But you get the picture. I always like to cut along the pencil mark so I can erase it. So I definitely have a good look on where I cut. Because the pencil you can erase. Here we go. First I'm going to erase this. I'm going to add the blue one on. Not the back, just yet. Because you never know if you want to have a nice closure or something. Sometimes I hate my dogs, because now Chica is again making advances that she wanted to go out, but they were just out. What is a puppy doing? Oh God. She was licking the tummy of the smallest one. Why? Because the smallest one is a little bit afraid of her, but still she's getting along so much better. I have a feeling that the puppy gets her first period. Is that possible? Because today she just seems different. I don't know. Very attached to my other two ones. Very much sniffing, licking, I don't know what. I think it's possible. Anyway, so we have our closure. This I am gonna put that away for just a second till I know there is not a brat coming through this piece. So I'm just gonna move this away. We're gonna move this away. Let this be this way. Yes, let's put it on. Here we go. Okay, put this over and let's put this in. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave them out again. I don't want to have any pee inside the house, so I am again letting them out. It's beautiful weather, the sun is shining. Yeah, come around. Alright guys, look at that, and look how much space that we still have inside. Be back in a second. Okay, what I now had in mind, I want to make two notebooks. They are just a little smaller, let's say a 7.5. And then what's the half of this? I think a 5.5 by 7.5. Is that too big? I don't know. Let's check that out. Alright, so how much is a half piece? I think that's a nice size already. What size is this? Oh yeah, we can adjust that. Alright, so like I said, a 5.5 by 7.5. Let's check that out. this is a very nice size for a notebook. And I want to make 2 or 3. Alright. Go by 5.5. Okay, at least 2, but maybe 3. I don't know just yet. First we're gonna make these, because I want, if you're gonna open this page, that you also can go through these notebooks. So maybe we're gonna do something that slides in here, but you also, that will hold, but you also can take it out. So that is the idea. So I think 2 is more than enough. That nicely lays aside, and then you can flip it through, and then we have another one. Alright, so first I am gonna make the booklets. Just grab some white paper or any color that you like and put your papers inside. You all know the drills by now, how to make such thing. Just using simple ones, 3, I think 5 is a nice amount. Searching for some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, cut these the same size as your booklet, and we already made one together, so we can do this. Alright, we can do this. Okay. These are ready, and I want these to be in here. But like I told you, I also want these to be steady inside, but also flippable, but also be able to take them out so it's easier to draw in. But if you would just want to flip through, then it also be needed. So I think that we can split this in half. I always stay away enough in for the outside. That's here, that's the middle. So what if this fits nice in the pocket? So imagine that this is a nice tight pocket, and you can slide this in here, hold it down, and then on this side as well. I think I like that idea. So we're gonna make 2 tight pockets. Okie dokie. So grab, I definitely like to use the 160 gram for this, to have it sturdy. Okay, this we'll definitely need, so we definitely need 2 pieces papers. Okay, alright. I'm talking a little bit crazy, I don't know, because I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm feeling, just getting excited. It's finally done. And it looks good. I'm comfortable with it. In the beginning I was so uncomfortable with this, with the papers. I don't know. I designed this months ago, and I just delay it because of the bright colors. But now that I am almost done, I finally have the feeling that why did I delay it? Why? Because it's good to get out of the box and do something that you normally would not do that quickly. So yes, we do. We can do things that you might think, well, oh, I don't want to, or oh, I'm afraid what you people are gonna say. Just checking. This can go a little less, so I have a little bit more space right here. No, just a little bit. I'm just gonna go in between. So I'm gonna stay away a little, 2 millimeter right here, and I'm gonna stay 2 millimeter from the middle. All right, cutting this. But if you don't try, you will never know. That's with everything. If you don't try it, you never know. The same thing with the dentures. Yesterday I had a terrible day, terrible feelings with everything, and you really helped me. I placed a question on my Facebook and I asked for the experiences from you guys, and that really helped me. Telling me that first you definitely need to go for your dentures first, the normal dentures, and give it a try, because immediate dentures never fit well. And you people tell me that the eventually dentures are way better fitting, and there were so many people who have just normal dentures without implants. So if you don't try, you never know. So I can go right away. I can go right away with the implants and skip the try part. But why? Why shall I do that? Just because it's easy? Yep. Just because it is possible? Yes. But it's not always a good thing to go the easy way. Yes, I hear myself talking and I think, oh my god, I'm so afraid that it will not. Then I have a 1 year to wait for the implants. But if I don't try, maybe it is all in my head. Maybe it is so much better with the eventually dentures, and maybe the bottom will not stay on its place. Well, then it's only a year. But the upper, so many people telling me that it will be better. Just try it out. Okay, so I trust you guys. And that's the same thing actually by this. If you don't try, then you'll never know. You never know if you don't try. Alright, I'm gonna make my second pocket. Score. Score. There we go. The same size. And now that this project is almost done, I'm so happy that I just did it. I did it. And it's not about the colors, because I chose it, so I do like it, but I'm always a little bit afraid of what you think of it. Alright, so we're definitely going to stay also 2 millimeters away right here. Let's just check it out. This goes in here with the pages on top. Yep. And then this goes here with staying 2 millimeters away, because this also needs to have the space to can in and out. So we definitely need the 2 millimeters on this side. And then check, because this goes all the way. How much space? Yep, we can go almost till the end. So I'm gonna stay away 2 millimeters wide here and 2 millimeters wide here, and then I have enough space. Here we go. Yes. And there was still so much more to explore. I have a new idea, guys, and it's actually far from the questions that I that I got recently. I get questions: when are you going to make a recipe book? When are you going to make a wedding album, baby album? Oh my gosh, there were so many things. There are so many themes that I can think of that I still did not do. So if you let me, then I am far from stopping. Just loving it too much. Alright, place this down. Well, I was thinking you also can place this here, but then you have, no, I definitely want to have it flippable. Still gonna keep this as close as I can right here, because this we also need the space for it. But I had an idea recently, and I think I also need to look a series about it to get a little bit more knowing about the theme. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna tell you. And it's gonna be a long distance idea, but I got inspired by something. And I love it. Can't wait to explore more about it. Alright, let's check. So we have our first booklet, slides in here. Nice. And our next booklet. That's nice. When everything is covered with design paper, then this slides back. Oh yes, I like that. And then we have a nice closure. Yes, and when you open it up, you just can flip to everything like a big book. But you also can take it out. Yes, that was my idea. I love it. I love it. Still wondering, can we do something more on the inside? I want to keep this plain actually for adding more pictures on here. Alright. Yes! Okay, cool. Let's put some design paper on. Let's decide what we can do here with everything. With what do we have? Yeah, I think I'll definitely go further with the purple and blue. With this is the first page, so I like to match that. And when this is in here, then this piece will be here. Just checking this out, if this paper is closed. See? It is here, so that's nice. So we can make a nice closure out of that. Yeah, you always need to think of the things that we're going everything. Alright, purple and blue it is. Let's decorate. Okay guys, I was just wondering if I could not do anything on here. And actually I want something on here. Even, yeah, I think we just can. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Alright, so What size would be nice? I think a 5" would do perfect. And an 8. Alright, meaning 5 by 5, yep. And then this one also can do a 5. Alright, so I definitely want some more flippity flops. I'm going to use for this to 120 because they are just flippable pages. So I'm just going to start with a fold line, so I don't forget that with the measurements, because you all know I hate measurements. Alright, so let's start with this one. It needed to be an 8. An 8 by 5. Can we make then another one? Yes, we can. Alright, let's make another fold line. Oh. By 5. Alright, those are the 2 large ones. Let's go with the 5" wideness, so we can cut this down. You also can cut it this way. Let's cut it this way. 5", 5", and we're gonna score 1/2". You just went outside, you lady. No, you just went outside. Je bent net buiten geweest. Another inch. That's my life, guys. All day long. They want something from me. Alright, so this would be a 5 by 5 I just mentioned. Yep. And then this as well. We could make it longer, but I think a 5 by 5 is a nice one. I love square pages. Alright, that's ready. Then I maybe like to round the corners right away. This makes it all a little bit more fancy. There we go. Alright, put some tape on. And then you can put design paper on here if you like. If you have pictures, then I would recommend that you put pictures on. Whatever you like. You also can keep them blank, of course. Whatever you please. Here we go. And now I think I have to sneeze. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. So the meaning is with this one, I think it's better to put this on. So you know how everything goes. So we're just gonna make some flippable things on here, flippable pages. Alright, that's one. Now first do the small ones. Stay away 2 millimeters away from this edge. Always better to be a little away. Then we're going to do the top. so we can flip this around. I always think that's better. So you can line this up with the bottom piece. And then we can do this large one, because we definitely need to stay away as well with this one. You also can slide this under. Can put this away. So with this one I also gonna stay 2 millimeters away. See if you are straight and place it on. So actually we made a little box where you still can add some pictures be in it, but you also can add your pictures on here. So that's totally up to you. You can mix this, you can close it like this. If you want, you can first do the small ones and then the large ones. It's all up to you, but I'm gonna use this order so I can have the closure here and here, so it's a double closure. That's the idea. All right. Yes, I really need to clean my nose. Wait just a second. Okay, and then it's just a matter of put your design paper on. I could not resist using a strip. That's with this papers. And maybe I am going to use this one. Maybe for the closure. Love that one, but did we... Yeah, I think we did use that somewhere else as well, but love these little ones. So I'm gonna use those. Maybe we're gonna use something like this or on here. We'll see. We'll see. At least we know a little bit the colors. Purple and blue I'm gonna use on here because we use that as well. Yeah, we use that as well on the first page. So let's see. I think we're gonna use this one. I always like to use first what I have. And still we have plenty of papers, but we also still have plenty of blank spots that we still need to apply papers on. Well, not always necessary. I always tell you that I make the tags inside just because I don't want to show you blank spots when I do the walkthrough. Oh, white, yeah, that is needed. But if you keep blank spots for putting your photos in, that's of course a way better idea. But yeah, I make tags because I don't like to show you blank spots or blank papers, pages. So I just use it all. And also to see if you have enough with 78 pages. Yes, my collections have 78 pages. You need them. If you make an album, you definitely need a lot of pages. That's one reason why I started my own collections, because how much I love the other brands. I love them, absolutely, don't misunderstood me, I love them. But when you buy a collection with 10 sheets, I can't do anything with 10 sheets. So you have to buy a lot to make an album like this. And then it does not make it any cheaper. Nope. Alright, so I'm gonna continuing here. Oh, maybe I'm gonna use the blue one for here, just because it can. So you know the drills. Can I? Oh, this is just not fitting. But what if I just cut this first? This is also not fitting. I definitely want to use... Ja, maar je bent net buiten geweest, schatje. Moet je weer buiten? Ik ben toch geen portier? Hè? Och, het is toch zo'n prulke. Het is toch zo'n schatje. She is just adorable. But sometimes a pain in the head. No. Don't let my daughter hear this. I'm just gonna fold this in two, and then I'm just gonna use another strip. There we go. So now I can use this. It's not equal, and I definitely want to have this equal. I want this equal. Alright, so let's see how much I have left then. Then I think it's better to add a strip right here at the bottom. Yes, good. She's coming right here. Aww. On my lap. What do you want? What? You want to play? What's it about? You want to play? Oh. What is it? I'm gonna see what she wants. Okay, guys. So far, I'm just gonna show you. So, so I did the strips first, and then I thought it would be nice to see this, find joy in the simple things, and I just added leftover pieces on the back, and then I just continuing what I thought would be nice, and it almost looks like this is now going to be a big page, but it's continuing a little bit. So this looks like this is completely the same. Same with this one, it moves on, so we have a big pink one and a big yellow one, but that's not the case because this opens up, and then we have these two, and this is our little box, and I did make a little tuck spot right here, but you still can add a nice picture. As you can see, it's just leftover pieces. They are fighting about a biscuit. So just a little tuck spot right here. The tiniest one is not going to give up the biscuit for the puppy. So so yeah, that's what I did on the inside. And with this one as well, just a nice little extra tuck spot. Could not resist. And then this all closes down with these two big nice images. Then we need to still go on the inside. Now this is a little fragile, well, not fragile, but I definitely want a full, okay, a full a full page for this one, just to have it. But yeah, I also can make it with all the little pieces. I also love to do that. For example, put two places for these little tags in here and just add all your leftovers. Oh my gosh, I love that. Takes me forever, but I love that actually. But then again, I'm sorry for the noise. But then again, I also like, hey guys, hello. I also like have a nice decoration for these, and then I think it's too busy, so I am gonna go for the leftover pieces on here, maybe each one of these ones. I think that's a better idea. So I'm just gonna search for a nice background fitting with this one, and yep, still loads of things to do. And what shall we do on the pockets? I think just plain. Yes. Okay, I need to interfere.